Hi there, welcome back. So here we are, the meta mind game. In this little mind game, we are going to test your metacognition, meaning how good you are at solving problems, learning, and seeing things in a more positive way. This meta mind game is the one that will help you shape your meta attitude for the sections to come and hopefully for the rest of your life. The term meta actually comes from the root word meaning beyond or on top of. So when talking about metacognition, it relates to what kind of process and strategies you create or you use in order to achieve something. It's like being aware of your own experiences or your own awareness in a way. To give you an example, let's say that you just submitted the first draft of an important project. But after your submission, you start using the MVQ, the most vital question, and begin to realize that you could have done things a little bit better. As a result, you already start adjusting and changing parts before even getting feedback on the first draft. Now, this art of correcting your work by yourself in response to your personal criticism is in fact using your metacognition. You are reviewing the way you approach the first draft and already thinking about new processes and strategies to make it better. You are, in a way, thinking about how you were thinking before. And in the meta mind game, the objective is to activate your thought process so that you are able to turn around any negative situation in a positive one, or come up with a plan and strategy on how to turn the situation around. I have to warn you though, this is not easy. And this is a part where a lot of people get stuck. But I'm sure you won't. Because if there's a will, there is a way. And on this very positive note, let's now dive into the specifics of this little game of ours. Now, for this meta mind game, you will need some kind of obvious bracelet. It kind of needs to be something flashy, or at least something that you won't forget it's there. To give you an example, I've slipped this on my arm. I did not actually use this one when I did the meta mind game for the first time. I actually used one of those thick flat rubber bands. But you can use pretty much anything you want. It will just be fine. Once you have a bracelet or a rubber band, put it around one of your wrists. Any wrist is okay. The rules of the game are very simple. And don't worry, there will be a worksheet to summarize everything after this video. Rule number 1, the exercise will need to last at least a minimum of 5 days. If you have succeeded 5 days in a row, you will be able to move on to the next section. If you wish to continue with the mind game, yes, please do so. Again, this small game is to show you the ropes of what needs to happen in your brain on a daily basis for any situation. So, even if you have passed the 5-day mark, this thinking habit is meant to stay. So go right ahead and use it whenever you can. Rule number 2, if you fail just once during the exercise, you will need to start from the beginning. That's why it might take you some time to complete. So if during the 5 days you fail once, take the bracelet from your arm, put it on your other arm, and start over. You are back to square one. Rule number 3. This is the main one, by the way, so pay attention. Rule number 3 states that you are absolutely not allowed to complain, blame other people or things at any point during the entire duration of the challenge, unless you are able to give a constructive solution to the problem or see the situation in a more positive way. Now, whether it is out loud or in your head, you cannot complain or blame other people or things without providing a viable solution or turning around the situation in a more positive way. Now, by complaining and blaming, I mean anything that goes like this. Oh my God, this queue is going to take ages. Why the hell is that guy not moving his ass? Bloody hell, he's so slow, I want to kill him. Or, this meeting is useless. It's a fucking waste of my time. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Maybe I should just go. Or, I'm never going to make it anyways. I'm not good enough to fit in the team. Or, because of him, we failed the presentation. It's all your fault. I should have never trusted you with this. Why is it that every time I come home, I find all of your clothes on the floor everywhere? You are so messy and dirty. I always have to pick up after you. I'm sick of it. Your bloody shoes make me trip every time. Why do you have so many of them? You never even wear half of them anyway. Now, all these situations are examples of complaints about something or someone, and where blame is used to justify the complaint. So just to re-emphasize on rule number 3, you are absolutely not allowed to complain or blame other people or things at any point during the entire duration of the challenge, meaning 5 days, unless you are able to give a constructive solution to the problem or reframe the situation in a more positive way. If you are not able to find a viable solution or change the outcome of the situation in a more positive way, think about rule number 2. Take the bracelet off your arm, slip it on the other arm, and you are back to square one. You start over at day number 1. And you will keep doing this until you achieve 5 consecutive days without complaining. Now, just to show you an example, I will use the previous examples that I went through and give a solution to each one of them or reframe the outcome in a more positive way. Here it goes. Oh my God, this queue is going to take ages. Why the hell is that guy not moving his ass? Bloody hell, he is so slow, I want to kill him. So, if you were to reframe this situation, and since there's nothing you can do about the queue, the right meta attitude here would be, I have a feeling this queue is going to take a while. Unfortunately, there is nothing much I can do about it, and I really need to get this done. What constructive and productive thing could I do while waiting? Perhaps I'll check my emails or continue reading that article I've started. After all, it should not take more than 30 minutes, so it's okay. So as you can see, the initial situation, which seemed frustrating and irritating, was quickly resolved by reframing the problem with a positive outcome. It's just like waiting to get off an airplane. You have no choice but to wait until everyone in front of you gets out. No amount of whining or complaining will change the fact that you are stuck in that queue just like everyone else. So unless you're able to cut the queue magically, you're better off using that time constructively. Now, let's look at the next example. This meeting is useless. It's a fucking waste of my time. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Maybe I should just go. Now, let's see it in a reframed way. This is not exactly what I was expecting from this meeting. Next time, I'll make sure to ask for the agenda beforehand so I have a better idea of what they will talk about. For now, I guess it's too late. I'll just have to sit this one out. What could I do that will make me save some time though? I know. I'll just work on something else while he finishes talking. People will probably think I'm taking notes or something. Again, pure solid reframing here. And using the MVQ, the most vital question in the process, to help you out. Now, let's see the next example. I'm never going to make it anyways. I'm not good enough to fit in the team. Now reframed, if they are able to do it, then so can I. However, I'm going to have to do a lot of research on the topic and train hard if I want to get with the program. What kind of training plan do I need in order to get at an intermediate level? Maybe if I get a coach once a month, it might help me to accelerate the process. This afternoon, I'll go and chat up the members of the team to see if they have any tips and advice to get me jump started. It's gonna be hard, but fuck it. I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Do you see where I'm going with this? There's nothing that you cannot turn, no situation that cannot be overcome, and no complaint that cannot be resolved. It's all a matter of perspective and control over yourself. Now, let's look at the next example. Because of him, we failed the presentation. It's all your fault. I should never trusted you. Damn. Now let's see it in a reframed way. Damn it. I should have never trusted anyone in the first place. Next time, I'll make sure to review everything before the presentation. I will even do a mock presentation to make sure that we don't make the same mistakes again. In the end, what's done is done. I'll be more careful in the future and I won't work with that guy anymore. That's for sure. Now let's see the next example. Why is it that every time I come home, I find all your clothes on the floor everywhere? You are so dirty and so messy. I always have to pick up after you. I'm sick of it. Now let's see in a reframed way. Hey, next time I pick up your clothes off the floor, you will need to give me $1 per piece of clothes. Deal? Oh, you don't want to? Then please pick them up right now. Otherwise, it's $1 that will go in the jar. So by now, you should have a better understanding of the meta mind game and what to do in situations where you complain. So I hope this is clear. If it is not, please write your comments below so that I can help you out. And if somehow you think this is hard, you would like to know that this game is originally 21 days long. So I'm giving you a break here. Once again, the objective of this mind game is to really put you to the test and put you in the habit of seeing things from another perspective. Whether it's about yourself, your partner, your family, your friends, your work, your finance, your career progress, your personal development, or any other situation in particular, your attitude will define who you are as a person and what direction you want to go towards. Couples who always apply this rule will rarely fight most of the time because they will either quickly find a solution to the issue or simply move on and forget about whatever headache they were fighting over. Ideally, just like myself and my wife, you should have at least one person in the couple that thinks this way. Otherwise, the negativity just piles on and on. In the past, I've had really bad arguments with my ex-partners over things as stupid as not responding to likes on Facebook, or because I did not change the toilet paper roll in the bathroom, or because of something I dreamt about in my sleep that she didn't like. And I can tell you, those relationships did not last very long, but also because they would feel ridiculed when I laid out my thinking process in front of them. And they quickly changed their thought process as well. So, by always adopting a positive outlook and looking for a solution every time, you're changing the way you think and using a healthy mindset to tackle anything which stands in your way. I won't lie to you though, it's not going to be easy, and some situations are tough to get around. But as you go along, things will start making more sense, and you will realize that your ability to handle incoming stressful people or stressful situations will improve a lot, leaving you almost emotionally unaffected at times. But don't talk to my wife about this, because she will say that I'm too insensitive and cold. But unlike her, I see this as an advantage and a powerful tool in toning yourself down and others around you. Because honestly, if you have a habit of getting upset quickly or losing your temper, and your partner or your friends are the same, then fighting fire with fire will not help any of you. You therefore need to be the one to take the first step and put the fire out. So, to come back to our mind game here, in order to help you in the process, I will give you 3 techniques which I use daily for everything and anything in order to reframe most situations easily, relieve any pressure and stress I'm feeling, and approach things with an objective mindset. So before you start the meta mind game, be sure to review those techniques as they might help you out just like they do for me every day. To save time, however, you can already start looking for your bracelet. Make sure it's colorful and that it looks obvious to you, because other people don't matter in this exercise, only you. See you soon.